So, Mom, well, I'm here with Bobby and Jackie, and they have so graciously uh, agreed to give us a little witness testimony of the beauty of marriage. So, how did you meet? How long have you been married? And what is it that this kind of, floats your boat?
We met, let's see, how long ago? 6 years ago. We met 6 years ago at the Theology, the Body Institute. And then we re-met a couple years after that. We had a friendship, and the first time I met him, he was in seminary, so he was off limits, which I was like, oh, God, you always take the good-looking ones. A couple years later, when we re-met, he was discerning out of seminary, and we had a friendship already, and it just, I don't know, it was very clear that second time we met that we were in a different stage in our lives, and we just knew, like, this is the person you're meant to be with. And
yeah, after many years of questioning what God wanted for me, it was very clear. And so I was from Florida, and she was from California. So leaving seminary, I didn't even have any furniture to carry. And so I said, well, I might as well just drive across country for a girl and see if this works. And no, there was a piece like, this is my wife. There was, after many years of discerning and wondering what God wanted, it was very cloudy, and it was very like, boom, like, here she is.
Mm-hmm. And I had discerned being a nun when I was in college. I discerned, like, Lord, do you want me to be your bride? Like, I would give everything for you. And I was open, but I was like, Lord, if you're calling me to be married, I need a guy. If I could be a nun, but I'm not called to be one, I need a husband who could be a priest, but he's not called to be one. And so, just how it turned out. And I also dated 4 guys who went into seminary after they dated me. So I was like, Lord, I deserve one back. Okay, I gave you 4, but I was joking, and the Lord was like, I'm funnier than you are. So here we are. So we've been married for, what year is it now? 3.5 years, right? And we have 2 beautiful little girls who are 2.5 and almost 1. One's almost 1.
They're both sassy.
Yeah, they're cute. They're sweet and sassy. But yeah, marriage, we started our marriage based on the teachings of Theology of the Body and Pope John Paul's vision of, the church's vision of marriage, and how our union is a sign, it's a foretaste, it's a sign of God's love for his people, right? That God is the bridegroom, the ultimate bridegroom, and we, the church, are the bride. So I remember even on our wedding day, since I was 18, like, Jesus has been my bridegroom. Like, he has been the love of my life. And I remember on our wedding day, we both were, looking at Jesus. We were kneeling, and we were facing Jesus in the Eucharist, and I was looking at God, and I was like, Jesus, you are the bridegroom, and this next to me is the best man. And so our marriage, like, this isn't it. Like, we both know that we are meant for a greater marriage, and that marriage is between Christ and the church in heaven. And so we, on our wedding day, we were like vowing to get each other there. Like, okay, we're going to help you get to heaven. Like, that's what our goal is in this marriage. And It's been pretty awesome. I tell girls not to settle. Like, don't settle. Like, God has an amazing man for you who, this man should help you to heaven. Like, don't settle for a man who's not going to help you get there. And so it's awesome to have a husband who's a man of God, and that's his vision.
And I really, it's because of my time in the seminary and thinking God was calling me and letting go of my dreams of my ideal life, that I was formed to be a better husband and dad than I ever would have been without. And a ton of priests and seminarian friends that came out for our wedding, and that was such a gift. And to see, like, me finally finding where I was supposed to be, and watch them, some guys brand newly ordained for like 2 months, baby priests that were like sharing in that same vision of total gift of self, and to want our daughters to be surrounded by priests and sisters who've given their lives joyfully to Christ, and let that be an option, whatever they're called to do, but to know that that's there, and that God has a plan.
And that we're all meant to live lives as a gift, whether that's a marriage or life of celibacy. But
and that they're different gifts, and that in saying yes to marriage, I'm also not able to I'm saying no to. I look at the priest and see that your hands bring the body and blood of Christ. Like, you bring Christ to feed so many people. You can take away the sins in the name of Christ. Like, I can't do that. And there's boys where I work at the high school that I wish I could do that. Like, I've heard many confessions, but I can't give any absolution.
I've heard confessions too.
I shoot blanks. I shoot blanks, but and so like when you see a joyful priest, it is such a gift, and like for our marriage, it's such a gift to have priests visit us and to be with our kids, and it's such the vocations feed each other.
Yeah. Wow, that's really beautiful. So we're now January 27th, and I'm seeing some Christmas decoratings here. When is this going to go down? Like, what's the story here?
We rejoice.
We've been gone for a couple weeks. And,
they're coming down this weekend. Don't judge us.
No, you got a lot of work to do, and I'm sure the girls are going to help.
No, they're going to be more destructive.
Well, here's my takeaway. You're a great witness, and our Lord will bless so much all that you want to do for His kingdom, and working hand in hand with the fathers, priests, as you do, will bring about this renewal, revival in the church that Pope Francis is kind of raising the flag and saying, come on guys, you can do it. Get out there into the hospital, and it'll all just happen as you walk into it. So thank you for your example, and get to work on the weekend and get these Christmas decorations down.
More lights.
All right,
more
Father.
lights.